Doctor Who's historic bi-generation could help solve several plot holes, including one from over 40 years ago. David Tennant's 14th Doctor bi-generated into Ncuti Gatwa during Dr. WHO's 60th anniversary specials. It was a fresh spin on regeneration in Doctor Who that touchingly enabled David Tennant's Doctor to process millennia of trauma. Doctor Who's bi-generation twist was a further acknowledgement that the rules of regeneration are not, and should never be fixed. The bi-generation innovation also explains spin-off projects like Tales of the TARDIS and why the classic Doctors look much older. Discussing why the Doctor regenerated like this, showrunner Russell T. Davies revealed that every incarnation split in two. This means there are now 14 past Doctors traveling the universe, able to meet old friends. This could help to explain how the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton, appeared to have foreknowledge about the fate of his companions in The Five Doctors. Fans have spent decades trying to square how the second Doctor knew what happened to Jamie McCrimmon, Fraser Hines, and Zoe Harriet, Wendy Padbury, and Doctor Who's bi-generation may have finally solved it. The Five Doctors' second Doctor doesn't fit with the main timeline. When the second Doctor and the Brigadier, Nicholas Courtney, make it to the Dark Tower in The Five Doctors, they encounter phantom versions of Jamie and Zoe. The second Doctor knows that it's not his companions because they had their memories erased by the Time Lords. This particular moment in Doctor Who's 20th anniversary special has always stood out for fans, who haven't been able to explain how the Doctor can have this knowledge. One possible explanation is that, because the second Doctor's future incarnations are also in the tower, he briefly shares his successor's knowledge of what happened to Jamie and Zoe. Another solution is Doctor Who's missing second Doctor season, otherwise known as Season 6B. The Five Doctors writer Terrance Dicks even entertained this theory in several of his Doctor Who novels during the 1990s. The Season 6B theory proposes that, just before he regenerated into the third Doctor, John Pertwee, the second Doctor was saved by a shadowy Time Lord organization called the Celestial Intervention Agency. They then recruit the second Doctor to fulfill certain missions for them, such as the investigation of Dastari's time experiments in 1985's The Two Doctors. Could the Five Doctors feature a bi-generated second Doctor? Jamie and Zoe remember the Doctor tales of the TARDIS. Jamie McCrimmon and Zoe Harriet remember the second Doctor while on the memory TARDIS in Tales of the TARDIS. Both existing answers as to how the second Doctor fits into The Five Doctors have holes in them. For example, if the second Doctor and Jamie were on a mission for the Celestial Intervention Agency in The Two Doctors, then how did he get his memories back? Doctor Who's bi-generation twist now gives a third answer to how the Doctor knew about Jamie and Zoe. He's a bi-generated second Doctor who's captured by Barusa and sent to the Death Zone. A bi-generated second Doctor at a unit retirement party isn't that different from a bi-generated 14th Doctor having lunch with the nobles. The Doctor Who spin-off Tales of the TARDIS revealed that Jamie and Zoe had their memories restored by the mysterious memory TARDIS. If the memory TARDIS is how each Doctor copes with their trauma after bi-generation, then it would make sense for the bi-generated second Doctor to send it to pick up an older Jamie and Zoe after meeting their phantoms in The Five Doctors.